back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be painting my pumpkin. So we started going to the pumpkin patch a few years ago and like getting pumpkins and like doing little pumpkin patch activities, like getting apple cider donuts or doing like the corn maze and like getting gourds and stuff like that of the sort. So we would go to the pumpkin patch, get a pumpkin, and come back home and paint our pumpkins, whether it was that night or the next day or whenever we had time to paint our pumpkin. So in today's video, I'm going to be painting my pumpkin, even though I'm late on painting my pumpkin, kind of, not really. So I'm going to be painting my pumpkin like this, or something along of this, because I like the faces on pumpkins, and I like how like weird and crazy their faces are. Specifically, I'm going to be trying to recreate this one, the one that I am circling. I like that one because of the purple nose and like the cheeks and stuff like that. And yeah. So let's get on to the video. Okay, so there's a little spot on my pumpkin here, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna paint the face on this side. However, if I do paint it on this side, my pumpkin's kind of like leaning and stuff. So, but I wanted to like do this side because it's like a bit flat and it's not really leaning down on like this side of the pumpkin. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And if I paint it on this side, you'll be able to see the face more. So yeah, anyway, so I have a picture pulled up on my computer so I can see and reference and things like that. So I'm going to start with like the eyes and get white acrylic paint. I kept all my paint in this bag here because it wouldn't fit in the little container that I had for my paint. And keeping in this bag will keep the paint contained in case any paint like spills out or so. Purple pink color. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna start with the eyes for now. But before I start, I'm gonna try to like get this spot off my pumpkin, just in case it like shows up through for when I'm painting. So I'll be right back. Alright, so the spot on my pumpkin came off. I wiped it off. It's clean. It's all clean now. And I'm gonna start painting now. So originally I was gonna carve the pumpkin and do a video on like carving the pumpkin, because I never really, I mean, I carved a pumpkin like one time, but that was only like to take the top off the pumpkin. I didn't really like carve like a face into it or anything. But I wanted to carve the pumpkin and try carving it this time, but I didn't want to do that. So I decided to just paint it because painting it will be easier. And if I carve it, I'm afraid I'll mess up the pumpkin, and like carving the pumpkin, your pumpkin won't really last long. Because it's like carved and it's like open, and like from the air, the pumpkin interacting with like the oxygen and stuff will start to make the pumpkin like rot and decay and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna paint the pumpkin because I won't really be wasting my time, because the pumpkin will like last a bit longer than if I were to like carve it. There's an eye. I'll do the other eye. The other eye. So far, it's not bad. So this is what I have so far. It's 2 eyes and eyebrows. That one looks like it's curved, but it's not, just because of the rigidness or the shape, I don't know, of the pumpkin. And then, so looking at this picture, this one and like this one have like lashes. So does she have like lashes. So I think I'm gonna add lashes to my pumpkin as well to make it like a girl pumpkin. I mean, everybody has lashes, but usually when you draw something, you add lashes just to accentuate that it's a girl. So I'm gonna add lashes to my pumpkin. Also, she has like eyelids too, so I think I'm gonna add eyelids to mine as well. But I do want to add lashes and probably the eyelids too. So that's what I'm gonna do. Have anyone seen Spookily the Square Pumpkin? Which is basically like a kid's movie, and it's about a square pumpkin that nobody wants. Like, everybody goes to a pumpkin patch and picks a pumpkin, and there's just like this square pumpkin in the pumpkin patch, and nobody wants him and like his friends in the pumpkin patch. Nobody wants to play with him because he's square and he's like odd, whatever. Love that movie. Good. Also, have you painted a pumpkin before? If you guys have painted a pumpkin before, what did you paint it? Like, what did you paint on it, or what have you painted it as? My pumpkin last year was a Bob Ross painting that I did. And Bob Ross is basically like this American painter, and he had a TV show in like the 1990s or so. And I did a Bob Ross painting for my pumpkin last year. And then the year before that, I forgot what I painted my pumpkin. Only thing about this paint, I'll have to like add more layers to it because it's pretty thin. At least on the pumpkin, it's thin because it's a pumpkin. Yep. But right now I'm just like adding like the features to it and like placing them where I want them to be before I layer it up. Alright guys, so this is what I have on my pumpkin right now. The eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, and like the mouth. And I'm going to let it dry. So this is going to be like the first coat since it's thin, and then letting it dry and putting on a second coat will make it more opaque. So I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to come back and work on it once it's like dry. Alright guys, so I did the second coat and then some. Here's what it looks like. I did the second coat, and then I also added an outline around the cheeks and some freckles on the cheeks. So now I'm going to do the eyes, and for the eyes I'm going to do green eyes like the picture had. I thought about doing blue eyes. Or should I do blue eyes? I'm going to do blue eyes. Dark blue eyes or light blue eyes. I'm going to do light blue eyes, and then for the dark blue, for this blue, I'm going to use this as the eyelids or so. I mean, I like painting, but the only thing about painting is that it takes all day to paint. Like, it takes, well, for me at least, it takes all day to paint, you know? Even though, like, sometimes I'm not really, like, taking my time, but, like, for the most part, I'm taking my time, and it takes all day for me to paint, no matter what time I start. Well, I guess it takes me all day to paint because, like, I'll paint some stuff on, like, what I'm painting, like, whatever I'm painting. And then I'll, go and take a break or so because I've been, like, sitting here at my desk painting for so long that, like, I need a break and I need a snack. So that could be another reason why it takes me long to paint. But in general, it just takes so long. So that's that. Also, it's kind of hard to like get straight lines because of the rigids on the pumpkin. So I'm like trying to get it like straight, but it's like hard to do that. Alright guys, so I finished my pumpkin. As you can see, here it is. I added the eyelids, the lashes, the eyebrows, the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, and this is what it looks like. I like the way it turned out. Turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty cool. As you guys can see, the cheeks remind me of like SpongeBob's cheeks because he had like pink little speckles on his cheeks. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm done. I might attach a ribbon on here, just like the picture had as well. Actually, let me go put on a ribbon. Let me put a ribbon on my pumpkin. Alright, so I put the bow on the pumpkin. I chose a yellow little ribbon. I didn't have any ribbon that was thicker, so that's the only ribbon that I had. And I tried to like fix it to make it look like it was a bow or some sort. So here's like the little ears of the bow. And then I also like curled the little tassel pieces of it just by running the scissors through the on the ribbon because that ribbon can curl. But anyway, so yeah, so now I'm done my pumpkin. Here it is, as we all saw. So that's that. I finally finished. Okay guys, so with all that being said, that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me paint a pumpkin. Like I asked earlier, if you guys painted a pumpkin, what did you paint on your pumpkin? And so yeah, also I don't know what I'm gonna name her. My sister named her Sally, but I don't want that to be her name. I'm gonna figure out a name or some sort, or comment down below a name that I can name my pumpkin. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.